The fight to save our democracy is no longer theoretical. What I'm about to share with you should stop every single American in their tracks. Hi, my name is Jerrod Zisser, and tonight we have quite the broadcast for you. It's happening in real time, and some of the loudest voices in the country are telling us exactly what they are planning to do next. But before we get to our main story, here is a very important piece of context for you, and I really need you to see this first. It's the exact reason why this might be the most important stand one of our Supreme Court justices have taken in modern history.
You mentioned the threat of international terrorism that is on our shores, the millions of gotaways who entered under the previous administration, on top of the millions more unvetted that were caught and released into the country, and the millions more that were allowed to either fly into the country or overstay their visas. It is a clear and present danger to the national security of this country, and we have federal judges telling President Trump that he can't deport these threats from our communities. This is the choice facing every American. Either we all side and get behind President Trump to remove these terrorists from our communities, or we let a rogue, radical left judiciary shut down the machinery of our national security apparatus. President Trump is going to see this through to his conclusion, and we will find and remove every terrorist from this country, and President Trump will make this nation safer than ever before, and he'll do it over the fighting and opposition of the Democrat Party, over the fighting and opposition of the communist left-wing judges, over the fighting and opposition of the far-left federal bureaucracy. He will not be deterred, Sean. He will see this through, I promise you.
That should scare all of us. This is just one reason why what I'm about to share with you is so important, because this is the kind of rhetoric that leads to authoritarianism. He's talking about federal judges like they're enemies of the state. He's blaming lawyers for defending constitutional rights. And worst of all, he's building a case to strip the judiciary of power, so Trump can operate with none of the checks this country was built on. And that is exactly why what happened this week matters so much. Because while that anchor was promising a crackdown, a different message was being sent from the highest court in the land. And this one, it came from the Supreme Court Justice. Justice Sonya Sotomayor didn't mention Trump by name, but there is no doubt who she was talking about. At a packed ABA conference in Washington, Sotomayor stepped up and said, right now, we can't lose the battles we are facing. She called her own appearance there an act of solidarity. And then she delivered the line that hit me the hardest. If you're not used to fighting losing battles, don't become a lawyer. That's not just a warning, that's a challenge to every lawyer, every judge, and every American who still believes in the rule of law. The ABA itself has come under attack from the Trump administration for defending diversity and for daring to speak out against judges being smeared just for doing their jobs. In March, the ABA issued this warning: we will not stay silent in the face of efforts to remake the legal profession into something that rewards those who agree with the government and pushes those who do not. In March, the ABA issued this warning: we will not stay silent in the face of efforts to remake the legal profession into something that rewards those who agree with the government and punishes those who do not. So what did Trump's DOJ do in response? They banned government lawyers from attending ABA events altogether. They blacklisted entire firms for just defending clients Trump doesn't like. Let me say that again. Firms are being punished for doing their legal duty, and Justice Sotomayor isn't standing alone. Justice Jackson said this week, across the nation, judges are facing increased threats of not only physical violence, but also professional retaliation. She said these attacks are not random. They are designed to intimidate judges across the country. She got a standing ovation, and then Chief Justice John Roberts, no liberal by any measure, said plainly, impeachment is not how you register disagreement with decisions. Let that sink in for a second. Trump's DOJ has been retaliating against lawyers who don't toe the line. That's 3 justices in 1 week. 3 very different ideologies, 1 clear message. Our courts are under attack, and we need to defend them. This isn't about left or right. It's about whether we still believe in a system where law matters more than loyalty. As always, it was great seeing you, and it was my pleasure sharing a piece of the news with you today. You can find me here 24/7. Give me a follow and send me a message saying hi. I'll see you on the next video.